When you think about the black community right now, and you think about the times we're living in, one thing is prevalent, and one thing that a lot of us in the black manosphere talk about is we talk about how much black men pander to black women, how much they tell them exactly what they want to hear. And see, the thing is, they don't understand that. Well, some of them don't understand, but some of them do. The things that they're telling them, it's making them worse and not better. And they're actually leading them to their own destruction. But they don't care. They only care about the money they get, or keeping their churches or their temples open, or just getting whatever they can get from these women. The book talks about this. It talks about men that panders to women due to their own demise and to the women's destruction. But in the black community, this is very prevalent. This happens all the time. Matter of fact, the majority of men behave like this. But the Bible talks about this, and Yahweh talks about how he feels about men that panders to women too much. I'm going to read a little bit of it right here. I'm in Revelation chapter 2. I'm going to start at verse 18 and go down to about 22. And unto the angel of the church of Tetrarch write, these things says Son of Yahweh, who has his eyes like unto a flame of fire, and his feet are like fine brass. I know thy works, and charity, and service, and faith, and thy patience, and thy works, and the last to be more than the first. Here we go. Notwithstanding, I have a few things against thee, because thou sufferest that woman Jezebel, which called herself a prophetess, to teach and to seduce my servants to commit fornication and to eat things sacrificed unto idols. Now let's go back to the top of that. He says, notwithstanding, I have a few things against thee, because thou sufferest that woman Jezebel, which called herself a prophetess, to teach. All right, what that means is, Yeshua is talking to men here. He's telling the men what they let this woman did. Okay, they let her do these things. If you read about the story about Jezebel and Ahab, you will see exactly what went on here. But that story is a microcosm of what was happening in this world today, particularly in the black community. All right, we have men just like this that let these Jezebel women get away with murder, and it's leading the whole community towards destruction. But Yeshua is addressing this very topic right here. All right, 21. And I gave her space to repent of her fornication, and she repented not. All right, most of them don't. Most of them are very hard-headed. They're not going to repent. Behold, I will cast her into a bed, and them that commit adultery with her into great tribulation, except they repent of their deeds. All right, so 22 says, behold, I will cast her into a bed, and them that commit adultery with her into great tribulation. So that means all you men out there that trying to take advantage of these women, trying to get what you can get from these women, you're going to be in tribulation with them. Okay? You're not going to get away from doing this. You're not going to get away from doing what you're doing. See, there's an answer in the Bible for everything that we go through. And the things that we talk about in the black manosphere, the thing that men talk about, all that stuff is in the Bible. But a lot of guys don't know it, though. And Yeshua is talking about this very thing right here. But I'm not done yet. Let's go to another place. Let's go to Jeremiah. I'm going to go to Jeremiah. All right. Jeremiah is telling the nation of Israel of their sins and telling them the things that they got coming. All right. What they're doing wrong. Okay. And he's addressing this. And something happens in here. Something's very key happened. I want you to pay attention to this. And listen to this. I'm starting 11 and going a little bit. All right. Therefore, thus says the Most High Yah of hosts, the Elohim of Israel, behold, I will set my face against you for evil, and to cut off all Judah. And I will take the remnant of Judah, and have set their faces to go into the land of Egypt, to sojourn there, and they shall all be consumed, and fall in the land of Egypt. They shall even be consumed by the sword. Now, this is off topic right here, but I'm going to have to say this, though. If you go to 12, it said, I will take the remnant of Judah that have set their faces to go into the land of Egypt. If you know anything about what Egypt mean, Egypt always mean slavery, the house of bondage. Okay? Egypt was the house of bondage, and America is a house of bondage. You have a lot of our people that will fight to be in the house of bondage, whether it was Egypt then or America now. And you can tell a lot of niggas got that mentality today. They will fight for this place. They will fight to stay in their submission or their slavery. But that's off topic, though. But I want to hit that real quick, though. The land of Egypt to sojourn there, and they shall all be consumed and fall in the land of Egypt. They shall even be consumed by the sword and by the famine, and they shall die, from the least even to the greatest. by the sword and by the famine, and they shall be in the execration and an astonishment and a curse and a reproach. All right, that's our people today. That's what we are today. We're a reproach to all these nations. If you ever wonder why people look at black people like that and say, why can't these black people get together? What's wrong with these niggas? Well, that's the Bible tell you how they feel and why they feel like that. But here's the point I wanted to get to right here. For I will punish them and dwell in the land of Egypt, and I have punished Jerusalem by the sword, by the famine, and by the pestilence, so that none of the remnant of Judah which are gone into the land of Egypt to sojourn there should escape or remain, that they should return into the land of Judah, to which they have a desire to return to dwell there. For none shall return but such as shall escape. All right, here we go right here. Here's the point I want to make. Here's 15. Then all the men which knew that their wives had burned incense to other Elohims or other mighty ones, all right, and all the women that stood by, a great multitude, even all the people that dwelt in the land of Egypt and Pathros, answered Jeremiah saying, all right, go back to the top of 15 here, so you can catch something that's key. He said, then all the men which knew that their wives burned incense to strange gods, all right, or strange mighty ones, they knew that their wives was doing this, but they let them get away with it. Once again, pandering to the women, all right? You see the pattern here? You see that? Let's go down. As for the word, all right, here's what they say, all right? Here's what they say to Jeremiah. As for the word that thou hast spoken unto us in the name of Yahweh, we will not hearken unto thee, but we will certainly do whatsoever thing goes forth out of our own mouth, to burn incense unto the Queen of heaven, and to pour out our drink offerings unto her, as we had done, we and our fathers and our kings and our princes in the cities of Judah and in the streets of Jerusalem. For then we had plenty of victuals and were well and saw no evil. All right. So they're rebelling against the Most High, and what Jeremiah is saying. They said, but we will certainly do whatsoever thing go forth out of our own mouth. All right. Let's keep going. But since we left off burning incense to the Queen of heaven and to pour out our drink offerings unto her, we have wanted all things and have been consumed by the sword and by the famine. And when we burned incense to the Queen of heaven and poured out drink offerings unto her, did we make her cakes to worship her and pour out drink offerings unto her without our men? Okay, so what does this mean? This means this is women talking to Jeremiah here. This is women addressing him here. And they saying at the end of this, they said, did we not do all this without our men? So what does that mean? That means that the men gave them permission. The men let them get away with this. Does that sound familiar in the black community today? Can you relate to that? The men let them get away with this. They said without all men. And we see the same thing happening in the black community today. The same exact thing. They doing all this wickedness and the men just turning a blind eye and letting them get away with it. That's what we got going on today. But that's right here in the Bible. But a lot of y'all don't know that though. See, nothing new under the sun. Nothing new under the sun. Same things keep happening over and over again, right? If you want to know what's going to happen in the future, you look at what happened in the past. But the same manjana bullshit behavior we see right here with these men letting these women do all this wickedness and leading the country into its demise and into slavery, all right? It's ridiculous, man, but it's stuff right here in the Bible. I'm going to go one more place. I'm going to wrap this up right here. I'm going to go over to Ezekiel real quick, all right? Wrap this up in Ezekiel. Here we go. This is Ezekiel 33. This is the verse about the watchman. A lot of you know this verse, but I'm going to hit it from a different angle, maybe an angle that you never thought about, okay? This is Ezekiel chapter 33. Again, the word of Yahweh came unto me, saying, Son of man, speak to the children of thy people and say unto them, when I bring the sword upon the land, if the people of the land take a man of their coast and set him for their watchman, if when he see the sword come upon the land, he blow the trumpet and warn the people, then whatsoever hears the sound of the trumpet and taketh not warning, if the sword come and take him away, his blood shall be upon his own head. Okay? So I mean, if the person tell you the truth and you ignore the truth, well, that's on you. All right? You're going to the make a fire on your own. You discarded the truth, so you get what you get. That's basically what that means. 5. He heard the sound of the trumpet and took not warning. His blood shall be upon him. but he that take the warning shall deliver his soul. All right. But if the watchman see the sword come, and blow not the trumpet, and the people be not warned, if the sword come and take any persons from among them, he is taken away in his iniquity, but his blood I will require at the watchman's hand. Now, a lot of you know about that verse, but you never thought about it like this. The same way it says, but his blood I will require at the watchman's hands. Guess what? Black men got to atone for the blood that they cause from black women. They got to atone for telling black women what they want to hear, because when they tell them that, it's leading them into destruction. It's leading the women right into the lake of fire, and they've done that. Them niggas that done that got to repent for that. They got to atone for that. They gonna answer for the blood. The blood of them black women are on their hands for doing that. They never think about it like that. You're supposed to tell the woman the truth, not what they want to hear, so you can get their money, or keep your temples open, or better yet, get some of their flesh or whatever it is you want from them. You're supposed to tell them the truth no matter what the cost. But the majority of our men these days do not do that. So this goes for them. This is for them, real talk, man. This is for them. They're not blowing the trumpet. The blood of these women are on their heads, because they tell them what they want to hear to get material gain from them and get whatever it is they're going to get from them. And that's the black community in a nutshell today, right there.